For us, just be a part of the action and just send it all to us right here at Speed, and make sure you put the hashtag SXOnSpeed. That way we'll get it and post your comments and pictures and so forth up on the screen tonight. We really like those pictures. Looking forward to a lot of good ones. Heat number 2 for the 250s is already in the gate, and Dean Wilson, somebody we're all going to be keeping an eye on here, Joe.
Well, he's definitely been fast, and earlier today he was our fastest qualifier with a 118.9. Now, in Heat 1, Zach Bell had the fastest lap with a 121 flat. So the track, even though it was all new and fresh, Ricky, actually a little slower than what it was qualifying.
Yeah, that's surprising because, you know, they prepped the track after all the practices, and I thought that, I thought, you know, at least Will Hahn would have been running 119, 118. So we're going to see. Maybe because, you know, the sun has went down, maybe the lights, you know, messes with their vision a little bit. I don't know, just grasping for straws at this point. It's weird that the track isn't just as fast.
Yeah, but this is a great heat. You got Wilson, you got the Rockstar rider there, 13, Wharton.
Yeah, and the Moose can right next to him on the 25.
And the rookie looked like Justin Hill, lined up 4th from the inside on the Kawasaki. So pretty talented field we have here.
Here we go, heat number 2. Back after him.
That was Freezy, I believe, from the outside. So 2 races in a row. Oh, and he's got the lead right now. Wilson on the inside, where the outside on the start kind of swept around.
Wilson gets to the corner first, but then Freezy's right there on the 42.
Getting after it.
Freezy not messing around. I can tell you one thing, Dean Wilson isn't going to put up with this.
Monster Energy Pro Circuit rider Wilson drops in behind Freezy on that orange KTM.
It's like Muscan in there, and Wharton followed behind him.
You know, you look at Blake Wharton, I'm going to tell you, he's only 10 points out of the lead right now for this championship, and he's quietly been there. That could be dangerous. You know, Will Hahn and Dean Wilson have one bad race. He's going to find himself right in the mix.
Freezy actually,
look at that.
Freezy's actually on a Honda, isn't he, Jeff?
That's right.
Correct, yeah.
Oh,
that's it.
Now,
So
he's got all kinds of company up front here as Muscan comes charging into the mix, and Wilson has to cut back to the inside. Now look at that move. He was trying to get in between the two of them.
Yeah, Wilson's over it, I think, at this point.
Here he comes.
Oh, look at that.
That's tight through there over the finish line jump. Wilson gives him a look and says, bye-bye.
But boy, did he make up. I mean, he had to be 5 or 6 bike lengths quicker than Freezy from corner to corner.
And now Wharton's getting into the mix as he's battling with Muscan, fighting over 3rd.
You see, a lot of these guys, Jeff, are using it outside and tripling out of that corner rather than going inside.
Yep. Freezy checked up right there. Muscan goes by easily on the inside.
And Justin Hill getting into the fight now from 5th. He's on the Kawasaki number 317 right there.
It's fading quick here in 1 lap.
And Larson's on the 69, tail end of that group.
Whoa, look at the speed that Hill has up the inside.
Can he carry it on?
He charged it going into that double-double section.
Big time, and that's a big risk. These riders are taking a risk by going outside, trying these wide lines.
Wharton coming after Freezy. Those two fighting over 3rd. Wharton on the Suzuki number 13 takes the position.
Hey, and look at the line that Justin Hill had way on the outside of those moguls right there. Justin Hill, he's a rookie along with a couple of those riders from Heat 1.
And he goes right around Freezy there.
Right around.
Oh, man. Freezy, he's tired of falling back into the pack, and he tries to do something about it, but it doesn't work.
He sure does, man. He doesn't cut these guys not one bit of slack. It doesn't matter who it is. He's going to drive it in.
Well, and Freezy got the start, and well, let's take a look at the replay right here. This is a passer lead, so Wilson gets some momentum. Watch right here of this triple. He pulls the tear off now, scrubs the speed. Him and Freezy come together, gives him a little look back over there, and then just manuals these whoops here going into the turn. What I was going to say is that from Wilson to Freezy, there's about 4-second difference in their qualifying time. A lap. 4 seconds a lap.
Yeah.
So Freezy got the start. He's making the most of it, right? Especially if their lap time's off. that's really what you got to do to get that track position to qualify out of the heat, not go to the LCQ. But
yeah, well, he's in 5th, so
hey, he's fighting. He's working hard.
he's got Larson to contend with now, and this is now a fight for 5th. Problem is, you got 6th, 7th, and 8th also right behind that, so you got to stop the slide backwards here really quick.
Yeah, you don't want to drop any more positions.
No.
It definitely got to get it in the top 9, but Larson riding that 1110 mods Yamaha, starting to make a little noise here the last couple weeks. Good shot right here.
That's the monster cam that goes right along with these riders who, what is the fastest section of racetrack anywhere on the Supercross Tour.
I'm going to tell you, that is a cool shot right there. Just give you some perspective on how fast these guys are going. You can see the tough blocks going by so fast.
That's our guy Doug working the camera on that one. He's sniped.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice work.
Making it happen. Getting the shot, man.
This section here, these 3 doubles in a row, pretty long doubles, but then once you get up to race speed, man, you're really scrubbing those. You're trying to stay as low as you can.
Yeah, what's cool about that, I think, is you can pull off alongside somebody. You got room to scrub and get past them if you need to. Kind of use it as a passing zone. Even right here, these double doubles.
That's Richardson in the bright neon orange back there, the 194 right there, and he is holding down 9th. That's our final transfer out of this heat.
Bill making his way past Freezy here.
Yep.
Well, he's been past him, but taking a look at these rhythm section. And that's the thing about the rhythm sections as opposed to those 3 big doubles that we were just talking about. Rhythm section, if you try to charge it too far, like it's a timing thing, it's a speed, a timing. But with those doubles, you can really scrub those, and then even if you over jump it a little bit, you know that you're still going to have space to set up for the next double.
That's right.
There's Gavin Faith on the 67, and he goes to the outside trying to get around Larson, who gets hung up on a tough block, and Faith will take over 6th.
Well, and you can see right there, the riders were tapping that Honda tough block just on the inside, because as the rut starts to dig in, you want to lean the bike over more, but the rut stays tight. So as the rut gets deeper, you can go in there with more speed. But most of the time, the first riders through to make the line, they're kind of stood up a little bit, so they make that line too close to the tough block. Causes havoc all the time here in Daytona. It's a good track, Ricky. I'm glad that
did all right.
Thanks. I'm glad you're giving me a compliment. That is awesome.
Okay, I hope we have that on tape.
Is everything okay?
That'll be the highlight of the
I
weekend.
like it.
Hey, all right there. Here we go.
Yeah.
Faith, triples pass.
Into the moguls, and he stays on it.
Here we go. What's going to happen here?
Crazy just doesn't want to lose another spot.
Hey, he knows how to guard that inside, I can tell you.
Meanwhile, you see Wilson on the left side of your screen on his way to what will be his 4th heat race win of the year.
Which happens to be, we've only had 4 races, so
right. 1 a week.
He's been on point.
He's pretty good.
I bet he's itching for a win
look
tonight.
at this around the outside. Look at Faith on the right here, taking the long line to check up. Tell you, this track is great because it's got long straightaways where you can pull next to another rider, you can get a wheel in there, and then it's got the 180s, which are always great for block passing.
Faith got him there.
Right here.
Makes it happen. But can he hold him by the time they get to the next corner?
Watch Freezy around the outside. Let's see if he can.
Nope, not going to get it.
That white line's not so good right there.
Faith holds him off. Takes over 5th. Meanwhile, on his way to the checkers, here comes Dean Wilson.
A couple more turns here. Put that heat race in the bank, and taking a look at the lap times, Wilson's fastest is a 120.1. Remember, Bell was fastest in heat 1 with a 121 flat.
Checkered flag awaits him. There it is. Dean Wilson celebrating his and Faith went down.
Okay, let's see where he's going to get up. He's going to have to get back on the track here in a safe spot.
Here's what happened.
Boy.
Watch Freezy come right up after him.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Ran him a little high.
Man.
Hey, once he's there, you got to check up a little bit.
Yep.
Is he famous for taking riders high like that? It's all there is to it.
You got to know that when you're around someone like that, and he has, he has that history of doing that. Got to be on guard, make the right decisions, anticipate what he's going to do.
Or just go out like Dean Wilson did.
Just go out front and disappear.
Yeah, he wasn't waiting too long. He wasn't messing around too long with that. He's looking good. He's looking really good tonight.
Now, last week, if you watched the show from St. Louis, there was some controversy in the 450 main involving eventual race winner Ryan Villapoto. Ricky, let's go back and watch this as he battles with James Stewart.
Yeah, you can see right here, they're going to come around this corner. James makes the pass, okay? And you see the red cross flag waving. That means you cannot pass under those conditions, okay? You have to roll, roll, okay? Then they get going. Now, you see that yellow flag right there? Okay, once you pass into the yellow flag zone, you're under those rules, which means you can pass. That's legal.
Legal.
We spoke to the AMA
wrong.
director of Supercross, Kevin Crowther, about that decision.
Yeah, in that situation, we had a red cross flags and the red lights on the triple for an incident at the end of the triple. All the riders went through and did that correctly. In that time, there was a rider in the far corner. It became a yellow flag incident down at that end. When the riders approached that area, they were in a yellow flag situation, so the pass was made under the yellows at that point. So the decision was made by the race director. There was no infraction.
A lot of controversy surrounding last weekend's race, but no question Ryan Villapoto was the fastest on the track. But Ryan, what did you see from your perspective, and how confident were you that you made the right move through that section at that exact moment?
Well, we all rolled the section and went past the red cross flag, and yellow means race. And yeah, it was right after the red cross, and we all know that yellow means race. And we all, after the race, reviewed the tapes, and AMA reviewed the tapes and came back and said that it was, it was fair game. So, as for me, it was a great race. We had a great night, and it was a lot of fun. So, we're glad that it ended up the way it ended up.
Ryan Villapoto, he won here 2010 and 11, qualifying first overall today.
Well, it was a big win for him. He took 10 points out of Davey Millsap's lead. Dean Wilson wins heat number 2. Faith just makes it into the main in front of Brady Kiesel. And we go right to Dean Wilson, who is standing